boss.
No, give it a go.
Well, I'm recording now. Is that all right?
If you want to.
Well, I mean, are you giving direction to her?
We're just gonna walk to start.
Okay, she
Just like
doesn't.
we usually do.
She doesn't have her headphones on, right?
She does.
Oh. It's funny. I was just watching. I was talking to Bill. I always have a quick chat with him when I first initially come, and they had Trump on, about the 9/11. It's what a difference.
Can you hear me?
What a difference, He's reading from somebody who wrote what he should say, and he stumbles as he's reading it.
Because he can't
Well,
read.
you look at Obama; he'll just look at the camera and he'll just do
Yeah,
it,
he just
right?
talks.
But his guy, I mean,
But
he has difficulty.
But Obama's different. I mean, listen,
Wow, it's different than night and day.
I'm not pro black people in general, but Obama was class.
Oh, I know. So you're saying you're not pro-black people? What do you mean by that?
Listen, I come from Africa.
Yes.
You know, and the blacks here in North America have a legitimate gripe against the way they're treated
Yes.
by the police,
Yep.
by white
Everything.
people in
The
general.
whole culture, the whole
You
society.
come from Africa,
Yes.
it's reversed.
Oh,
As a white person there, you're ostracized
so
because you're in the minority, and the
Yep.
black person
the
takes advantage
majority. So you guys in South
And
Africa, in Johannesburg,
of that. Well, in Africa as a whole, as a white person in Africa,
yeah.
you live with your life in your hands, really.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Like the black man
you
feels
hear,
here.
yeah. Oh, okay. I didn't.
And
Yeah.
and living 40 years of my life like that,
Yeah.
I don't despise black people. I'll have a conversation with a person, an educated
Yeah,
person.
yeah.
I'll talk to somebody. But as a whole, my preference would not to be to deal with them.
Okay. No, that's your personal thing because you grew up in South Africa. You've seen things, and so. But anyways, regardless, I mean, yeah, I can't watch this guy much anymore. It's just, but you know who people say, oh, Trump this, Trump that, Trump. But you look at these Mitch McConnell, the Senate, the Republican in the Senate. Yesterday, he stands behind Trump. I thought he was going to goose him, and he says, oh, he should be applauded for his handling of the coronavirus. Are you kidding? See, it's not only Trump. All his little groupies, they got their heads up so far at Trump's ass, and now Trump's walking weird because there's so many guys up his ass. Sorry, I had to put it that way.
I agree with you.
Anyways,
Cash, get your walk a little bit further forward, a little bit more.
yeah, it's weird how my
Okay, so
phone going.
She's not walking any differently. What I said just now, just be careful because she hasn't been lunged and she's thinking about this. I'm joking. You ride her like she's been lunged like she normally comes out and it won't be any different.
I think it's a little warm for her to act out just because of the lunging anyway.
It's not so much the heat. I mean, it's cooler today than it was yesterday or Wednesday, but it's just air quality. So you don't want to put too much pressure on lungs. That's all.
Yeah, it's yesterday was a scorcher.
Temperature's meant to be down a bit today.
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, yesterday in Abbotsford it was 32. From
Yeah, I
2
know.
o'clock
Yeah.
in the afternoon.
Well, it was 32. I checked on my phone. 32 degrees yesterday, about 5 o'clock. But it's going to rain on Tuesday, they say. Well, that's yet to be seen.
Thank God I keep ranting because I keep not watering my flowers. And I'm like, why isn't it raining yet? Why are my flowers the only dead flowers? Because I'm too lazy to water my garden again.
Is Becky working?
No. But she's back at school.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Like in person?
Nope.
Oh.
Sam goes in person today.
Oh, the first day Sam went in person. First
Today
day.
is his
Yeah,
first day.
yeah.
He'll be going in.
And what time is he finished?
Well, he was only in there for an hour.
Oh, okay.
And his school days are an hour long.
Okay. Walk around on that part of the circle there. When you get to the bottom of the circle, pick up your trot and take your trot large. She's used to that lawnmower doing its thing there now, so don't even play to it. Down the long side. That's really good, Tash, for you to handle it like that. You would have handled it differently 3 months ago. Okay, stay large, straight up this long side. Eyes up, look where you're going. Soften your elbow a little bit. Hi, Nicky.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Very well, thanks.
You survived the heat of the last couple of days?
Oh gosh, yeah, yesterday was just
It was brutal yesterday. Okay, let's change the rein across the diagonal. So from F to H, change the rein. Nice straight line. Good job. Bring it around. And stay large.
It's a honeybee?
No, it's a bumblebee.
Oh.
Good job. Keep that. Awesome. And circle. Take it large and circle at B, 20-meter circle.
Yeah, they recommend to people not to do any kind of strenuous exercise.
That's the same with the animals.
Same as animals. I was just going to bring that up.
You know, so we just,
Because
like
it's-
I said, like Tash said to me, should we do this? I said, yeah, we can do it. We just keep it a lighter workload. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay, right up the center line.
As the respirologist indicated yesterday, there's small particles that are quite damaging to the lungs.
Well, you don't see it immediately.
Yeah.
It's, you know, a little while later,
Yeah.
they lodge and attach themselves.
Oh.
And turn out to the left and circle 20 meters. Keep your foot forward. Heel down. Good job. There you go. Take your trot larger and circle again at letter E. Gosh, she's not even playing up to that lawnmower right now.
Well, she's acclimatized to it.
But usually it would still be a stigma because Tash gets attached to it and thinks it's going to be a problem. Good job, Tash. Right, circle round again, half circle to B. Come large. And at C, come down to walk. Yes, there I said, I think that's some of the best trot warm-up work that we've seen. Bearing in mind what's going on there on your right-hand side and how you'd usually react to it. She's not playing up at all, and you're not either. So the stigma of things going on there, yes, sure, there's certain things that are still going to catch your eye, but she's not one little bit perturbed about that. Going large in both directions, your circles here, your circle there, in both directions, not an issue. So you know that when she does play up a little bit, you can come down quite hard on her and reassure her that she's okay and you can carry on working. You don't have to give up just because she plays up to something. We know she's capable of working through these things. And it will start showing itself less and less and less because she's gaining the trust of what you're asking her to do is okay here. Walk her on a slightly longer rein.
Only thing I noticed without the lunging
Yes.
is she's doing that head tilt in this way. That's why I was putting the outside rein up.
Just
Right?
correcting that with your hand, that's fine. You know, and probably you'd fix that on the lunge because you've got an inside pull from on the lunge line that she can't do it on the lunge.
Yeah.
So now without the lunge, she's just trying that, that's all. Okay, round at C, let's pick up the trot once more. And we'll just do a little bit of the lateral work on the circles and the straightening and the counter bends.
Okay.
So, pick up your trot at C. At C, at C, there we go, right. Right, on the center line there, ride her straighter for the first half of the circle. Just straight. And from C to the center line there, take it to a counter bend. There you go. Good. And straighten out. Bring back the inside bend. And from C, ride a 15-meter circle. 15, 15. That's it. Keep coming. Right, you're going to ride that 15-meter circle again, but ride it straight out in front of you. Good. So outside rein there. No counter bend, just a straight horse on the 15-meter circle. Good. Right, go back to your 20 with an inside bend. Straighten out for half a circle. And once again, counter bend from C to halfway line. Take your head to the outside, exaggerate it a little bit. Good. And straighten out, inside bend. Change your rein through the circle. Bend it forward. Right, from center line back to C. Straight horse on the 20-meter circle. And counter bend for half a circle. Come on, feel it. Outside leg a bit more. You lost your circle there a bit. Straighten out. At C, a 15-meter circle. Inside bend. Keep your heel down. Weight into those heels. Right, and a straight horse for the 15-meter circle. Keep going.
Well,
Keep going. If it's not tractors, it's kids.
yeah, it's not one thing, it's
Okay,
something
back
else.
to your 20-meter circle, conventional bend. And from the center line, let's go straight for half the circle. An exaggerated counter bend for the second half. So just nice and straight. A little bit more frame. Now your counter bend and exaggerate it a little bit. Keep her on that outside leg now, coming on the circle. It's good. Straighten out and bring back the inside bend. Come on, get her up and forward on your leg. So there's a little bit of a distraction because of what's going on there, but it shouldn't be. You should almost override that a little bit, that you keep her attention. It doesn't come away. All right, and at C, come back to walk. Prepare it. Walk on. Good. Awesome. Give her
I
a
was
long
worried they were going to shoot Nerf bullets at me like the kids used to do.
I don't think they'll do that.
No, they're not going to do that.
Not at me, but you know, playing and then they'll shoot me.
Trying to catch butterflies.
There's a lot of those little moths
Oh.
that eat the fir trees. A lot of them around at the moment.
Oh my God, I had 7 in my kitchen last night.
Yeah, there's a lot of them around.
And 2 days ago when I went jogging,
6 is the maximum now.
huh?
Maximum is 6 now.
What?
I have my tip.
What?
Maximum gathering is 60.
Oh,
And always the same one.
yeah.
You know the swallows are all gone, eh?
Yeah.
I hope they make it because you know all
I
the
was
farmers
talking
are
about the moths,
spraying
Dad.
pesticides all on the in on the crops.
They'll make it.
You know,
Not the kids.
but
But
no,
it's-
their numbers have really gone down.
Yeah.
Whoever is the Gonya,
But it's the fact that they've moved off as early as they have is an indication to an early winter.
the Gonya soul.
They know.
That's the point.
There's things they pick up on.
Huh?
Well, go by the animals. They're the best indicators
Oh, absolutely.
for the weather.
Oh,
Earthquakes,
When you go in.
disasters. They have that sixth sense.
well, yeah.
Oh, and the dogs have it too, and cats. But
Yeah. I tell you, the eeriest feeling that I ever experienced with animals was I was on a safari in northern Zimbabwe. We were out in the bush for a couple of days, and there was a solar eclipse about mid-afternoon, a total eclipse where it actually went dark, but just gradually. And to hear, I mean, the bird life in the Zimbabwe veld is amazing. I mean, it's alive with noise.
you know,
For that 3 minutes that there was almost the total darkness of the eclipse, it went like it was nighttime.
Oh my
It
God.
just went dead quiet. And then it just started up again like it was dawn, but
Yeah.
mid-afternoon.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
yeah, it's weird.
And
Eh?
it's how the animals are
Yeah.
attuned to that light, and
The sensitive, very extremely sensitive. to the
but
light.
all the animal sounds that
Yeah.
you heard in the bush naturally
Yeah.
just went quiet for about 3 minutes.
Wow.
I've never seen a total eclipse.
Well, we had one here 2 years ago. No, in 2018.
Not
Remember?
in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was I alive?
Yes, 3 years ago.
Where the heck was I?
I don't know, but oh my God,
Probably on your phone in the house.
Oh,
we're probably working on your computer.
Probably, I guess. I didn't know.
Oh yeah, I was watching.
did it
with,
go dark?
Well, not dark, like you were not there, but it was getting there. Anyways, you better make sure that the bees don't get in there. Oh, good for you.
If they do, it doesn't really matter.
You're gonna be all caffeined out. You going the other end?
To the middle.
All right.
Okay, let's pick up the truck. And circle in the middle. Okay, keep that going. Right on the center line at the bottom, let's pick up the canter and canter a circle. So the half halt coming in now, and off you go. Come on, good. Soften and ride it forward. There you go. Excellent. Back to trot. Oh, good. Trot the circle. Right, you're going to do that again, but this time you're going to take your canter large down past A and back up into the circle at E. So, there, keep it forward, heel down. Push the heel down, leg on. Heel down, leg on. Soften in front, down the long side. Keep it going. Keep going, keep going, keep going. It's about to stall. Well done. Up the long side. Back into your circle. Keep going. Give a direction and soften. There you go. Good. Another half circle. Keep going. And you're going to trot at the top of the circle. Awesome. Change your rein across the diagonal down towards K. Out to the left. Come back to your circle at B. Heel down, shoulder up. Soften her a bit in front. You don't need to grab at the rein and make it too short. Just work it that she frames up, and you can just sit with your hand there. Right into your circle. And on the half circle at the bottom, you're going to pick up your canter left and just, no, at the bottom here. All right, you're in canter now. Canter on to the top. Bottom, top. And back to trot. Right, right, you've got half a circle and you're going to pick up your canter again and go large past A this time, like you did the other way around. Back you go. Wrong lead, back to trot. Use a full circle, get yourself organized. You weren't properly off your inside leg, that's why that went in. Remember, a bit of inside peel, a bit of bend in that direction, and there's no mistaking where she's going. And up you go, there you go, and forward. Keep it going. Keep it going, keep it going. You're going down past A. Keep the leg on. Support it. Good. So it doesn't matter. Balance, balance first. Balance first. Right into your circle. And as for canter now. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
I can't. I'm too scared. Hold on.
Why?
Give me a breather. I don't know.
Soften your trot, get your trot forward a little bit more. Just canter a full. Okay, you're going large again. Cash, just walk a minute. So there's a bit of confusion as to what you are going to be doing. You've done your exercise already, the tension's broken here. All you need to do was pick up your canter to finish the circle.
Yeah.
But you went large again, okay? So I wasn't expecting you to go larger, I was expecting you to do the circle, and then you kind of faded out because you weren't getting the instruction. Always try and finish an exercise from the time before. Don't go back and repeat what went wrong straight away. Finish what you're doing first, what you were going to do initially, and then we can go back to what you need to. Okay. So let's pick that up again. We're going to trot a circle here. We've done your canter at the bottom of the circle. Keep the circle, take it large. The canter through there, up the long side, and complete it on a circle. Right. Off you go. Trot one full circle first, next time around here, pick up your canter.
Seems like every time she has a lesson, there's always something going on next door. Right?
Yeah,
Never fails.
but it's not so much. Okay, and nice transition. Soften a little bit in front. Keep the support going. Heel down. Give it the direction. Just keep it like that. Inside hip forward. Keep the canter going. There you go. And right into your circle. You're going to canter a full circle, so you're going back to the top of the circle. Doesn't matter. Get your trot, get your trot, get your trot. So there again, you're trying to go back to canter out of an interior trot. Get your trot organized. As for the canter again here. And now. And then it works for you. Stay in the circle. Keep going. And at the top of the circle, come back to trot. Doesn't matter. And come back to walk. Take a little breather. Remember those downward transitions, and that's all that is there, is you start thinking about that downward transition. And unless you're supporting your canter with the edge, it's going to fade away. And that's exactly what's happening. Is you're thinking about the downward transition before you even need to. You know, like I said to you before, almost if I give you an instruction like that in your mind, you're riding past it. And then gotta look at the transition. So at least you get to it plus a little bit. Because it's falling away a little bit soon. It's just clear indication your leg's not there holding the canter together. The emphasis at the moment is being put on the canter and holding the canter where you want it. Okay? So that must come first. So take a little walk break, and we're going to go to those little half circle reverses that we did last time with cantering back to the fence line and trotting away from that. Okay, so we can pick up the canter on a circle. We can take it large, or we don't even have to do that. Just take a walk break for now. This building here, is this a house or is this just a
It's a
shop?
barn. I think it's a shop. You
A
know
shop
what-
with a suite up top.
Yeah. You know something funny? I'm gonna say, last time when the earpiece died, I was cantering down here, so I could hear her feet.
Yes,
So I knew I could hear the speed,
yes,
and I felt so much in control that day.
yeah.
and I wonder if part of it's because I'm deaf as a doornail here. All I can hear is, I'm glad, don't worry, is you and then some static. And I swear to God, I almost feel like it's because I can't hear the rhythm.
But you should be able to feel the
I
rhythm.
should,
still.
right? Okay, thanks.
Because you're in the saddle and you're following that, the feel that you get through the seat, because you're sitting to a rhythm. Now that rhythm could change, it could get slower, it could get faster, and you're going to feel that through you sitting to the canter. All right? If you are up in your stirrups and you're riding 2 points, you don't feel the rhythm because you haven't got that to gauge by unless you can hear it. But you're not. You are sitting in the saddle. So that rhythm, just like you're posting at the trot, you can feel when your posting gets faster or slower at the post, and you should be in control of that, just a metronome through your mind, but not through what you hear in what your body action is doing in relation to the post. Now it's the same with your canter. You've got a 3-beat and it's at 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, but you should feel slow or fast.
Okay.
And be able to keep it up there just ahead of where it gets too steady and slow that it's going to drop back to trot.
Last time was the only time I've ever heard the canter.
Okay?
And I don't know what is the weirdest, I don't know how to explain it. It made
No,
me
I
feel
know
like
exact-
I understood something
I know
different
where
then.
you're coming from, but you know what you need to try and do then, and that is particularly important for you with your lunging then, is try and relate to your canter pace in the lunge. Because that you can hear and you can see it at the same time.
Yeah.
So just seeing that and watching that and then relating it to what you feel when you ride should start gelling together. Okay? So, but the first thing is getting a decent canter on the lunge, not too slow, that's up there and just working, that is correct, that you can relate to when you're sitting in the saddle. And that's what you need to piece together a little bit. That's what will help you.
And or, because I'm so observant, don't take your hat off and wave it when I'm cantering past.
I don't. I just there was a wasp there, and it kept going on my arm.
I know, but as I watched you, I thought, I hope,
You've been told.
Well, Art's not
I
playing.
hope he won't do that to me when I'm cantering past.
Well, it'd be good, kind of acclimatizing lesson.
What's nice is that
Yeah.
and she talks about kids with paintball guns. Wait. Saying that there was a girl here in Langley that was a trainer, and she used to come out with a paintball gun and shoot the horses that stopped at jumps.
Really?
She was head up by the SPCA and fined $6,000
Well, no kidding.
for cruelty to animals.
Well,
Yeah.
how hard, was it a Nerf gun or
Well,
a
no,
paintball?
paintballs.
Paintball.
They're,
That
they,
hurt.
yeah,
Exactly.
they hurt. Yeah.
And she would sit in the arena with the kids riding their pony. When the pony stopped, she'd shoot them.
But wouldn't the kid get hurt?
But no, shooting the ponies.
No, I
Yeah.
know, but wouldn't the kids
I
get
know,
hurt?
kids fell off, but that's the norm in those lessons. I mean,
Well, could you imagine if they break their necks?
but it was the cruelty to animals. She was head up. I think some of the parents got it on video,
Oh,
and they
yeah,
took it
that's
to the SPCA,
horrible.
and she was fined. And I
She
think,
should have been.
well,
Yeah.
that's what she was, yeah.
And you call
I
that
would
a
say
horse
Nerf
trainer?
gun. Like I only bought my kids the Nerf bullets that didn't even hurt. Period. You couldn't even hardly feel them. But that might be effective only because it would scare the horse. But I wouldn't do that specifically to not kill the kids that are riding the horse.
God, some people, I mean, it's just crazy. They call themselves trainers.
She would have been better
Bizarre.
off with a lunge that's closer to the horse, right?
You don't need to go there. You teach the kids to ride properly. The
Hopefully
ponies don't
she's not
stop.
teaching anymore.
No, she's not.
Obviously not, because I don't think
She
she's
has
not
a sister that
qualified.
teaches, though.
Yeah, I don't think
Two
she's
sisters.
she's
Okay.
a cuckoo.
So we're gonna pick up a trot on the circle. You're gonna pick up your canter at the bottom down here, on the bottom of the circle. Bottom of the circle, top of the circle. Pick up your canter down there. Come straight out, canter up towards the mountain block. Half circle, which will be like a half 15-meter circle. Back towards this area here. Try and hold the canter in a straight line back down on the line. Back to trot here, okay? Into the circle, balance on the circle. We'll pick up the canter over there and do the same that way round.
Okay.
So, let's go to the left first. Pick up your 20 meter
Is
circle
that
at the
on
top.
the left right now?
Yes, you're on the left right
Am
now.
I on the left? Okay.
You're on the left.
Look at poor little Rossini.
Why? What's wrong?
Well, he's looking for Cleo.
Oh, yeah.
But he knows what happened.
Of course, they all sense it.
Eyes up. Right, your canter's coming in. And you're going straight up the long side. Go, off you go. Half circle reverse. Keep going. And whoa. Good. Trot and into your circle. Full circle. Next time round, you're going to canter here and straight up the long side with a half circle reverse back to E. Rising trot. If you're doing a sitting trot, she's going sideways, you're not asking her to go forward.
Can I do one more circle?
You can do one more circle. Relax your rein a little bit. Just keep her a little bit straighter. Right, this time around, you're picking up your canter. And canter. Straight up the long side towards the tractor. Keep the canter. Half circle reverse, 15 meters. Good, right. Coming back into the space here. Keep the canter. And whoa. Good. And trot the circle. Right, we're going to do it once more the other way around. So use this time on the circle to get your balance and your rhythm right. Ready to pick up your canter at the bottom of the circle. Keep your trot forward. You've lost a bit of forward. And canter. Nice. See the difference when you're going forward. Half circle, 15 meters. Keep the canter. Keep your leg. Okay, so the leg wasn't quite there. It's not the end of the world. It's riding the pattern is more important. Back to your circle. And next time round to the right, pick up the canter on the bottom of the circle there. Keep your trot forward. Don't back off from that. Just a half halt and canter. Nicely done. Keep forward, forward. Half circle, 15 meters. Keep the canter. Keep it, keep it, keep it, and through it. Good job. Okay, take a walk break. We're going to pick up once more and finish this session off with doing that exact same pattern, but where you come back down in the trot here and you ride into the new circle, I want you to pick up the new canter. So you're starting your canter, you're going up the long side, you're doing your half circle reverse, you're cantering back down. Generally 2 to 3 strides in here is where you want your trot. As you get in here, you've got your inside leg, you put your inside leg on, outside leg back, and when you trot into the circle, you're going to pick up the canter. And just canter a circle, okay? Give it a little walk break first.
I got stung
So
in my
I don't
foot.
I can't stop.
I got a stung in my foot
Just now?
about 2 minutes ago.
No.
And you weren't allowed to swat it.
And I didn't swat it with my foot because I didn't.
Scream.
Well, you were
Why?
cantering. I didn't want to do anything.
I don't believe you got a wash the sting.
It's inside my shoe. Look at my Crocs. I got stung on my foot, my right side. Seriously. What the hell would I make a story up like that for?
Because you're a drama king.
I'm on drama case. You hear that? And then people ask me, why are you on medication? There you go. Okay. All
You
right.
know why I just say that? Only because I'm allergic to bee stings.
Yeah, but I'm
And
not.
I swell up like you wouldn't believe.
I got stung 6 times.
EpiPen with you.
I got stung.
I'm not that bad that I need.
I got stung
EpiPen,
6
but
times by a hornet 2 weeks ago while I was pruning a rhododendron. You know what? I'm not allergic to it. It stung for about 3 or 4 minutes.
And then goes
It's
away.
gone.
But you know what happens to me? Like I got it. Example. I got it once on my finger. My entire hand was like a balloon. I got it one time in my sleeping bag. It's what my entire ankle swelled up. Then we were driving the next morning in the car, and a bee flew in and it landed here on the same leg and stung me again. And I could hardly walk. The whole leg was like,
You need an epinephrine pen.
I don't die. If I swallowed
EpiPen,
it,
yeah.
I'd
She needs an
probably die.
EpiPen. Because my mother, the same thing, Tash. She gets stung anywhere. Her whole body swells up.
Well, mine's just the area.
Well, you should get an EpiPen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, enough of the
You ready
wasp.
to do what we were going to do? Are you clear what we're doing? The focus needs to be holding the canter out of the 15-meter circle and the return, okay? If it doesn't, and your trot comes back earlier, just organize your trot. When it happens back there, it's coming out because she's a little bit unbalanced and she goes into a long trot. You still need to rebalance your trot before you can add to the canter and you need to go anyway. So take that time. You come back early, use the time to get your trot balanced and you can add to the canter. If you get the downward transition where you want it, and that's round about here, it should be more balanced because you've arranged that, okay? And then you just go to canter anyway. Right, off you go. Trot circle first. Organize yourself at the trot. Not enough emphasis can be put on that being organized for what it is you're going to attempt, what it is you're going to try. All this coming up is new work, so you need to be organized and canter. Get it forward, up the long side. Half circle, 15 meters. Inside hip leading, keep the canter. Okay, balance, balance. Inside leg and canter. Good, canter circle. Full circle coming back to trot where you picked up the canter. Hand down. Awesome. Back to trot. Trot a full circle. Next time you're picking up canter to the right at the bottom of the circle and repeating that pattern out to the right. Keep your trot forward, there, forward into the half hold, and canter. Good. Nice upward transitions today. Keep the canter there, half 15-meter circle. Keep going through your circle. There you go. Keep it, keep it, keep it. Down to trot. Organize inside bend and canter. Come on. Good. And canter the circle back to E. And balance back to trot. You can then trot large, hold, let it go longer and lower. Getting better, huh?
Yeah, much better.
I mean, these patterns are different. It's
Yeah.
asking if there's technicality
Well, there's
coming
different,
into it now.
different
Yeah.
times you're asking her for
Yeah.
different
Well
maneuvers.
done, Tash.
Thanks, dear.
Just do a change of rein and trot her a little bit longer and lower the other way round. Come around us back towards F. Straighten out a bit. Give yourself enough space to turn to the right. Long rein, let it really stretch down the long side. And up closer to H, you can come back to walk. Stretch longer and lower. Good. There, that's it. And slowly back to walk. Give her a pat and let's leave it there. So normally we only did those pattern exercises the first time on Wednesday. Today we've done them again. Normally I'd leave it a little bit longer before we try the canter off, but it was a bit of a test for you, okay? And it's worthwhile. It's fine.
You know what? She does everything really well. I have to stop anticipating or thinking, okay, I'm going to be trotting soon, because every time I do that, I do something. to
When
my
you
body.
think about trotting, you're trotting.
Yeah.
Don't think about it. You
Exactly.
think more about holding the canter to the point where you're meant to trot. Hold the canter. The trot will come down at the last minute. Okay, a little bit more difficult. Like I said to you, cantering this way downhill to those points. The horse is losing a bit of balance, and that's part of why this way round she drops out a bit early.
She dropped out early the first time, and this was the second time. So I
Yeah.
was aware of it this way, and I wasn't expecting it that way. So I wasn't
Doesn't
on
matter.
guard.
You know, you got to come out of that half circle, pick up that canter and canter to a point.
Yeah.
Think about the transition almost last minute so that you get your canter all the way down. Think about holding canter. Canter is the priority here, okay? So think about holding that canter.
Is that with all the horses you have to keep holding it? I guess so. I guess I do it at the trot and don't even notice,
Yeah. kind of,
right?
Yeah. You know, with your trot at times could be more open and freer and longer range. So that when you do the canter, you can look at offering
Is
the
that
same
when
thing.
I'm going to canter?
You know, you tend to be a little bit bottled up, and it's part of it.
Is
But
that only at the canter times or always?
no, at the trot you tend to be a bit bottled sometimes, especially like today when that tractor was going. She was being perfectly good. She didn't put a foot out of place with this.
Yeah.
But you were there ready in case she did, okay? So when she offered and showed you that I'm not reacting today, you could have gone softer with it. But you didn't. You stayed a little bit
What a big
reserved.
bitchin'.
It's just staying reserved, that's all. I know, it's not a crime. But the horse will travel better if you can go a little bit
And
softer.
Allison.
I just have to think, relax your shoulders, because I'm a very tense shoulder person.
Yeah. And you do, you tend to go a little bit more to that fetal, you stand up on your toe a little bit, you go tight in your shoulder and you go a little bit forward. And it's all minuscule, but it all just puts that a little bit there and now you're like this.
Yeah.
Instead of staying up and open and offering a softer hand and just get it out in front of you. That's all it is.
Clearly always been my problem, because Lexa always used to say, you're in eject position again.
Eject.
So if you're going to come off.
But
you're
saying
gonna
that,
come off.
she couldn't be better for you really,
I know.
because she's doing all these things that we're asking of her. Where she does break a bit early out of the canter to the trot, that's just you learning to hold that together a little bit more, and it'll come together.
She's such a
You know,
good girl.
this here, these half circle reverses at the canter to the wall are the setup for flying changes on the wall. Okay? So when you bring that canter down, pick up a trot, 1 or 2 strides and go to the new canter, all you're doing for a flying change is eliminating those 2 trot strides.
Yeah.
So you're getting the canter back, you're going there, you're getting the new direction, and all that's got to be linked is over that 2 strides that there's a flying change comes in there. And that's where we're heading with this.
So my
Transition.
Why can't I was like thinking transparent, trans whatever.
It's okay, it's
So
Friday.
My transition to flying change is so big and so over the top. I'm sure you'll be correcting it. I'm just letting you know. Because my Ty, who used to do the flying changes with me, I think he just knew what I wanted and would do them. And he was a gelding and he was just like, okay, lady, whatever. He just did them.
but she might have more of a reaction because I really overreact with that transition. So we
Okay,
can.
so just as a lead up to that, generally flying changes are overthought
Yeah,
all the way through.
yeah,
They are actually really simple, but people make it a big thing. That a flying change is a big thing.
yeah,
It's not, okay? And the biggest thing you've got to think is, and what we work on all the time, is having a forward horse.
yeah,
You can't wear, sure you want to do your half halt in preparation for it, but just like the half halt into your canter transition from the trot is, I'm saying to you, don't half halt and take her off her pace. Half halt, keep the pace and go
Yeah.
to the canter out of the pace. The flying
Same with
change has got to
that.
happen the same. You can't think you're in canter and you've got to steady that canter to get the flying change. It's got to stay forward. You've got to almost ride into it to make it happen.
okay,
Okay, so just that, and we'll do a little bit of shortening and lengthening with the canter first. Once we've got this backwards and forwards, we'll do a bit of shortening and lengthening with the canter so that you get used to opening the canter, because I do want you, when we get to ask the flying changes, I'll probably do a couple of days on or a couple of sessions and get those changes first.
Yeah.
That when we ask them with you, she will do them. But it's got to be a mindset that you ride forward into them.
yeah. And I think at the canter right now, I have a very all over the place horse. She's not in any frame, is she?
Yeah,
No.
at the moment you haven't canted enough.
Yeah.
Listen, these flying changes might still be just a next year project.
Yeah, awesome,
Okay,
doesn't
you
matter.
know, we're into fall now, coming out in the spring, picking up the canter again. We're going to have a couple of winter days where we're not going to be able to do, or weeks that we might not do much.
Yeah.
So that's not a good time to be bringing on new things. But we've coming to the end of the summer season into the fall now on a really good note that we finished off with canter. There's no reason why I can't pick up with new things to happen in the
Yeah.
spring. It might just happen towards the end of the fall now if this prolongs and we're there, and it might just happen. But if it doesn't, it's going to be the project for
Yeah.
next year.
Perfect. Yeah, no worries. I'm not in a big hurry.
You know, and then again, just some of the lateral work that we're in. We've still got it at a really basic stage. I mean, we're only haunches in, we're only a bit of shoulder and a little bit of leg heel.
Yeah.
Okay, those leg heels can start going more towards half passes. You know, your haunches in and your shoulder in can go more to traver and ronver, which is just different neck sets in front of you. So there's a lot, and we started a little bit with that turn on the haunch and stuff like that, because that's a good thing. It's just bringing a hind leg action in, being a bit more active, and that's what's going to really benefit her with the flying changes also.
Okay.
And once it gets to flying changes are one thing, but then you can start going to your tempies and stuff like that, and a flying change every 3 or 4 strides across the diagonal, or every
Awesome.
stride. You know,
We're going to
it
have a
just-
lot of fun, Ian.
There's, you know, the world is the oyster out there in front when you've got a horse that's keen to carry on learning
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. And
Cool.
she seems to be happy to do
Absolutely.
it.
All right.